Good afternoon, students. This is Prasanna H. Bamigatti from KLIT Hubballi, Remote Center 1301. Today we are going to see the topic about the arrays. In this lecture, we are going to concentrate on three agenda. That is, first one, we'll try to see why arrays. The second one, how these arrays are used, that is a syntax of arrays, followed by examples, some examples using these array concepts. First, we'll start with the only one-dimensional array, and in this lecture, I am going to cover about the one-dimensional arrays only. Why these arrays are necessary? Suppose if we are having some problem of storing the model year of 100 cars, then how we can do it in simple C? We have different data types like integer, float and character, etc. To store 100 car model years, model make years, I need 100 variables to be stored over here. That is, of type integer, y1, y2, y3, etc. up to y100. So this concept of maintaining 100 different variables becomes a problematic at the time of modification or consolidation of, or trying to retrieve some information about some car. It becomes very difficult. To avoid it, we try to use only one variable which can store 100 same type of items. That is what this array tries to support for us. An array is an indexed data structure to represent several variables having the same data type. Example, here in this case, to store the make year of 100 cars, I need a space of 100 integers, and this space this integer space is represented using the basic data type, that is integer int, and this is represented as int y square braces 100 and complete the square braces. This is how we try to define an array. So now let us start. The picture shows over here, that is y0 to y99. So in this sequential memory locations, 100 data variables will be stored which are of type integer, and for my application they represent year of making of that car. So an element of an array is accessed using the array name and an index or subscript. For example, we have y of 5, which can be used like a variable. In C, subscripts always start with 0 and incremented by 1. So y5 is the sixth element. Here in this down diagram, y0 is the starting point or the starting index of an array. The first element which you want to store in an array is stored in the location y of 0. The second element is stored in y of 1, and so on till y of 99. And here y of 5 represent sixth element because 0 is also included in the index count. The name of array is the address of the first element and the subscript is the offset. So here what this y's in the square braces some number represents. That is what we are going to see from this particular statement. Here the y in this example represents the address of the first element, or it is the starting address of an array, and the subscript is the offset, that is 5. Here is the offset. That means in the 6th location we have the element to be stored. And definition and initialization, how we are going to see from the previous element. Probably you have almost seen what is the syntax of the array. The syntax of the array is data type followed by array name and its size. Allocates a memory of size, allocates a size which is mentioned in the square braces. The second one, the subscript of the first element is 0, subscript of last element is size minus 1. And here the whatever the number you mention in the square braces is the size of an array. Here it is size minus 1 plus 1, that is equal to size, because 0 we are counting from, we are also counting that index. Example, int list of 5. In this particular picture, list 5 is 5, size of the array is 5, and the list is the starting address, and list 1 stores the second element, list 2 stores the third element, list 3 4, list 5 5.